Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking about this product. It is the GUERLAIN, hope I said that right, Pure Gold Makeup Base. So I'm going to go ahead and open it just so you can see it because it is really beautiful. Alright, so here is the product. It's very elegant in terms of its packaging, and then you can also see the gold flakes that are suspended in there. I'm just going to read to you a little bit about what it says in the insert that was included. It says, "The radiance of pure gold for your complexion. GUERLAIN's vast history is famous for its mythical creations and legendary products. With this product," I'm not going to say the whole thing because I'm sure I'll say it incorrectly, "it is drawing from its expertise with gold as an extraordinary ingredient and has produced a magical formula," so they say this is magic, "a radiant makeup base that contains flakes of pure gold." So those are pure gold flakes in there, which makes it really, again, beautiful. As a pioneer in the use of gold as an ingredient in makeup, GUERLAIN has selected pure 24-karat gold flakes as would a goldsmith and cut and fashioned ultra-brilliant, ultra-reflective flakes and suspended them in translucent gel that gives a subtle glow to the skin. So a really, really extraordinary product. A mythical smoothing and hydrating gel to enhance the skin's beauty. On contact with the skin, this astonishing gel is instantly transformed into a fresh and active water that is rich in beneficial and beautifying components. Hydrating agents prevent the skin from drying out. I love that idea because my skin will get so dry by the end of the day, so if this can hold in moisture, that's good enough for me. So it prevents the skin from drying out, and a combination of 3 tightening polymers form an invisible mesh that smooths away fine wrinkles and gently smooths and lifts the skin. So it's kind of like the idea that a mesh is overlaid and kind of lifts up your skin. So I don't know, I have it on right now. I just applied it. So I'm going to take you back in time in a moment just to show you what it looks like on application. But I don't know if there's really lifting effect. I think I'm going to have to use it for a little bit before I decide that fact. It also says, "From the moment of application, your complexion is illuminated with bursts of gold and radiates with an incomparable beauty. Your skin is satin smooth and supple, ready for perfect makeup hold." So not only does it hydrate, it gives your skin a nice glow. It's a really great base for your makeup and also lifts. So we're about to cut away to a clip of me applying this. You'll see that I already have eye makeup on and eyebrows. I use the Anastasia palettes, and there's a little bit, did I say Anastasia? Anastasia palettes. There's a little bit of fallout with Mario and the Mono Renaissance, so I did those first because I get a little bit of dust on my cheeks when I apply that, but you will see my bare skin, so that means that it is clean. And I did a mask on top of that, and then serum, moisturizer, and then finished off with the Dewy Skin Mist. I think that's it. Yes, and then I applied this directly on that. So if you'd like to see kind of how everything played together, I applied this and then foundation on top and concealer. If you'd like to see how that went, please keep watching. Okay, so I have my hair back so you can kind of see if there is a lifting motion once we get to the application, but we're going to follow directions, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to read them. It says to take a small amount of the gel, 1 or 2 pumps, and then you apply it to your face and sweep in outward motions, and then apply foundation immediately. So I have foundation on my hand ready to go. I've got the Kevin Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX11 and 12. 12 I'll use for the summer, but I'm a little bit lighter now, so I probably just could go with 11, but I mixed in a little bit of 12. And then I have a beauty blender and also a brush ready to go. It is the Airbrush OMG Foundation number 106 to apply the foundation once I get that on. But for now, I've got a couple pumps right here. You can see that it's pretty, it keeps its structure in terms of the gel once you pump it on. So pretty thick. All right. Okay, and I lost part of it. All right. So we're just gonna tap it on the middle and then outward motions. Use this all up. Got some gold chunks in there, but as you smooth it onto your skin, they kind of break apart. So you're not left with these huge gold flecks on your face. It smells really clean. Can't really identify what the smell is, but it's definitely subtle. Maybe it's a little floral, but really just a clean, subtle fragrance. Okay, I've rubbed part of my eyebrow off there. So I do have, again, full eyes at this point, except for the part I just rubbed off, and then nothing else. I just did a little skin mask, like the egg cream one, I think is what it's called. And then I put some moisturizer, and then I went ahead and finished off with the Tatcha mist, the Dewy Skin Mist, and it's working really well with that right now. So in terms of anything immediate, I don't know. Let's add one more pump, just for good measure, because I lost some of it along the way. So as you can see, I do have some sun damage, hyperpigmentation just from years of being out in the sun without sunscreen when I was smaller. Wish I put sunscreen on, so if you are younger, definitely wear that sunscreen every day. But I've got some right here, here, so I've got to cover that up. I know this is more of a demo on the actual product, the Guerlain product, but just to show you the power of this foundation and why I love it so much, the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, you'll see how quickly everything is covered up and really in a skin-like finish. Okay, I'm just gonna refine that with a dampened beauty blender and just bounce that on my skin. I noticed with this primer that there was an actual quality to the finish that helped the foundation stick a little bit better than it normally does. Okay, so that's one layer of foundation. The Kevyn Aucoin foundation is pretty thick. It's almost like the consistency of a concealer, really thick. So you can use it as a concealer too, but I really like it as a foundation. So you can see there's a really smooth finish. There's nothing in the foundation itself that has any luminosity to it, as you can see. It's pretty just plain in terms of anything in there besides pigment. And then this is, I think, adding a little bit of that luminosity because there's definitely a glow, but nothing shimmery per se. So what I'm going to do next is add concealer. So even though you can use this product as a concealer, I don't use it as a concealer. What happens is it can get layered and then it gets a little bit grayed, like a grayish tone, which I think is interesting. So I go ahead and use the Tarte Shape Tape Medium under the eyes and tan on those areas where I need a little bit more coverage. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender again, same one, and just blend that in. I don't know if I see so much of a lifting action. I'm looking in the viewfinder here. My mirror is it's like a 10 times, so I can't really see in here either. So I'm gonna have to look at the playback, and I'd also love for you to let me know if you see any lifting action. It feels really nice. It's definitely moisturizing. I do like the texture. I like how the foundation stuck to it. That was really nice. I think that the coverage is really even, and my pores do not look enhanced at all. So that is always a good thing. So that's my base. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up with bronzer, blush, just to fix my eyebrows a little bit, powder, and then I will come back and show you what the finished product looks like with that as the base. All right, so here we are back with a full face of makeup. As you can see, the application was really smooth. You could see that there were chunks of gold at first, but then as you work the product into your skin, those kind of dispersed and then they weren't visible as individual particles of gold on your face. I think that's what lent the luminosity to the overall look of the skin. I did not finish off with any of the Hourglass products, which is a habit of mine. I'll usually just dot some of that on at the end, but I really wanted to see how this performed without that powder on, so I did set it with more of a matte powder by Bobbi Brown, just to see again really how luminous we could be without adding anything on top of that. And it does feel really moisturizing, so I'm curious to see if it does stay moisturized throughout the day. I really liked the surface that it laid down in order for the foundation to stick. So you saw that the foundation I used, the Kevyn Aucoin, was pretty thick, so it did stick really nicely, and then it didn't drag or catch on certain areas, which was nice because that can tend to happen with a foundation that is as thick as the one I was using. So ended up with a really smooth application. Concealer went on just fine. So here we are. I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me if you see anything lifted, because I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this maybe compared to some other videos to see if I notice a difference. Yeah, so it's just gonna be over time where I notice that. I think when I will really discover is if I don't use it. So that's when I'll really discover if it's working or not, because usually when I take something away, then I either miss it or I notice that something isn't performing as well, or my skin doesn't look as good, or there might be something off. So for now though, I really am enjoying how it feels, and I'm enjoying how the foundation stuck to it. I really like that aspect of it. And it's really smooth. It is really smooth and satiny. And my skin is on the dry side, so if I can get anything hydrating, getting that smoother finish, I will definitely invest in that. So if you think you learned something, or if you just enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you.